Hi guys! So today I'm going to be talking about just some movies or books that I would like to see turned into movies or TV shows. Um, yeah, this is very off the cuff. I had nothing planned for this video, and so I just have had to make something up. So, and I have no plan. I have my Goodreads pulled up, and that's about it. So obviously though, I would want books that I really like to be turned into movies or TV shows. So I'm going to go to my 5 stars folder on Goodreads. That's not really accurate though. Let me go instead to my read books and sort them by, because my 5 stars tag, I don't always update things like that. So let me sort it by rating in my read shelf. Let's do that instead. Okay, so some books that I would like to see made into movies or TV shows. Let's see here. Okay, so the Kingdom series by Chuck Black. That would be a really great one. I would really enjoy seeing that as a TV show, probably. Mini series, like limited series, that would be really great. And then you could also intersperse the Knights of Arthur in there as well. I may as well also go ahead and throw in there, obviously, I would like to see the Silmarillion and Ilion and, what's the other one? ACOTAR. Obviously, I want to see all of those. Another one I was thinking about was Ladies' Guide to Marvels and Misadventures. I know that there was, and I actually really like this movie, like in 2019 or something, a Nutcracker adaptation that was very steampunky. I really liked that movie. No, not many people did, but I really enjoyed it. And so I would like to see that this one made into a movie as well. Like, more steampunk Nutcracker. That actually works really well. Okay, the Bonnets and Bugle series by Gilbert Morris. I just came across this in my list. In my thing again, it's just randomly now. Random 5 stars order. But that would be a really cool series. Like, I would really like to see that. Maybe like something like Liberty's Kids. That would be really great. Josefina. I would love to see a Josefina movie. We never got one, and it would have been so cool. My other top my top 4 American girls all got movies, but Josefina was number 5. She did not get one. She would have been really cool to have a movie with. Passages by Adventures in Odyssey. That would be really, or like the Adventures in Odyssey Passages series. I would really like to see a series focused on those, and they could even like branch out beyond just the 6 books. They could do the 6 books with the frame story as like a mini series, but then branch it out and like do other stories later on, like in another season. Like they could do like a season 1 is these 6 stories, season 2 and beyond could be, plus the other one that was a random episode on a just regular Odyssey disc. That's not a book, but it is that. Let's see here. What other books do we have here? I mean, the Addie series would also be nice from American Girl. Door Within series by Wayne Thomas Batson, and also the other one that I really like. What is it? Varenfell Prophecies. Those would be incredible as movies. So obviously, of course, most of my 5 stars I would want to see as movies, except for perhaps hubby and baby are playing, and I love his laughs. Except for the Space Trilogy by C.S. Lewis, I at least don't want book 2 turned into a movie because no. Some of these probably do honestly have an adaptation. I just haven't seen it or don't remember it. Or no, haven't seen it. And I'm not going to include a lot of classics that I see that I have 5 stars because presumably those have an adaptation at some point. Let's see. Alright, I keep coming across this series, so I'm going to say The Cooper Kids Adventures by Frank Peretti. I read these as a kid, but I loved them so much. I need to do a reread of them as an adult. I think I would still love them. But those would make a great series. Let's see here. What else? Treasure Seekers would be a great movie. It might already be a movie, and also 5 Children in it. Basically all the Nesbit that I've read. I know, Railway Children is, but I don't know about the rest of them. Let's see. What other books do I have here that are 5 stars? I have a lot of 5 stars in here, so this is just taking a while. Oh, okay. The Max and Liz series. These books right here. I would love to see those as movies. That would be so cool. I would love that. Or a TV series probably would be better. But yeah, I could just see that, like, the different time periods are each. You could honestly even do a full season for each book. That would be a huge series, but you could totally do that. I would love that. I really want to see that. Let's see. We're getting into lots of Tolkien at this point. Okay, the Alon series that I talk about, I would love to see that as a series. I have imagined it quite a bit because I have been obsessed with this series for a long time. So yeah, that one would be great. Let's see, what else? Oh, the Hockenheim series. I would love to see the Hockenheim series as a TV show. Like, I think that would totally work. Like, yeah, it would be really cool. And the Four Kingdoms series by Melanie Sellier, I came across those already, I think, but I would love to see those as a TV show. That would be really cool. Ooh, the Wars of the Realm series by Chuck Black. That would be an incredible TV series. Or movie, probably. I guess movie series. Movie trilogy. Because then it's just 3 books, so. You would probably have to change up how you do it and, like, intersperse more of Validus' story from book 2 in with the Drew story in book 1, because otherwise that'd be very jarring to go from the Drew story and then you have a whole movie of Validus' story that doesn't seem like it connects for a good chunk of it. But, like, have Drew's story, Validus' story be going simultaneously in movie 1. You'd have to cut it at about the halfway point, I guess. Where would be the halfway point? I'm not even sure. But yeah, that would be really cool. Drew Church, again, basically everything by Wayne Thomas Batson. You know I love Wayne Thomas Batson stuff. So all of his books would be wonderful as movies or TV series, I think. But let's see here. Ooh, I would love to see an animated Green Ember series. That would be super cool. With all these rabbits, yes. Yeah, it would have to be a TV series. You couldn't do just a movie, or a few movies. But, oh, I would love that. Why do I have some of these entered twice? I don't know, and I don't want to try to figure it out. The If I Run series by Terry Blackstock, that would be really great as, like, a mini-series, or maybe just a movie trilogy. Not 5 stars, but most of the Lynette Eason books that I have read, I would love to see those as a movie series, like a couple of different movie series. Same with Lynn H. Blackburn. I love those suspense books would work really well with changing medium into movies, I think. Let's see. The Jen Toronto books that I have read, I think that hers would work really well as movies because of her, like, witty dialogue and good character banter. I think that would work really well, translate really well to the big screen. Ravenwood Saga. Oh my goodness, I cannot imagine a Ravenwood Saga movie series, but it would be so cool. Yeah, that would be epic. I would love that. Hidden Current, the Dancing Realms series by Sharon Hink. I've only read book 1, but book 1, yeah, that would be a decent movie too. Again, I kind of just want all of my books that I like turned into movies. So I can complain about how the movies are bad, but because I would do that. But I do think part of it is, like, the sort of validation that you get when you see your favorite book being turned into a movie, and you're like, yes, it's finally there on the big screen. Like, other people notice that this book is good too. But then the other part of it is, like, I like to see someone else's interpretation of it, and I can, despite the fact that I am quite a purist, I actually can enjoy a book-to-movie adaptation that is not completely accurate. Like, for example, I actually enjoy Prince Caspian, the movie. Some parts of it irritate me, mainly the Susan and Caspian romance, but, like, all the other changes, like Peter's irritability, that doesn't bother me, actually, nearly as much, because I can totally see how you would do that. Yeah. So, anyways, little side tangent there on why, what I am thinking here. Like, the thought process here, despite the fact that I am despite the fact that I am very much a purist. Dream of Kings by Sharon Hink would be interesting. I would like to see that. The Timeless series. Oh my goodness, y'all. The Timeless series. Can we get like a movie series or a TV series of the Timeless series? You could even do a like TV series for like a season per book. Like there's probably enough in there. You could probably do that. Maybe not. I don't know. No. But still, that would be, I would love that. Be so cool. I would love most of these things. You can tell because I'm saying I would love it. Let's see.
Whoa.
I would like to see a Peter Pan movie that has the real ending. I don't think any of them do. At least not the famous ones. Like, only ones that I really know of are the old Disney Peter Pan that we all think of when we say Peter Pan. The new bad live action Peter Pan that I didn't even bother watching because it was so atrocious looking. And Hook. I also know of Hook. But I don't think any of those have like the real actual ending, which is why I love Peter Pan. I love it for many reasons, but that is one of the big reasons. Let's see. Alright, I have gotten down into 4 stars now, but I'll just scroll through and see if there's anything real quick that I see in the 4-star area that I am now thinking, I would also like as a movie. Or TV show. Okay, The Daring Adventures, that would be just a really fun, like, short, like, Christian, like, kids content for Pureplex or something to put out. That would be great. I would love that, actually. I really loved those as a kid, and I reread them last year, and they were actually surprisingly good. Alright, so the Wormling series by Jerry B. Jenkins and Chris Fabry. That would be a really cool movie series, too. There's 5 books, so you'd have to do a 5-movie series, but yeah. Okay, anything that I have on my shelves behind me, these are all, like, historical fiction. I didn't say a lot of those, because I don't know. I think it's hard for me to rate historical fiction as 5 stars a lot of the time. Just, if only because they're kind of all, even if I really love the historical fiction book, you know, they kind of all follow kind of a similar plot. So fantasy, it's easier for me to say this is a standout fantasy. I love this one. The Blood of Kings series by Jill Williamson. I haven't read book 3 yet, but books 1 and 2, those 100% would be great movies. Yeah, like I said, it's hard for me to point at too many historical fictions and say this is just incredible. That's why a lot of those don't get 5 stars for me, just because the ones I read, at least, they're all historical romances, which all kind of follow the same plot. They feel to me like they are fluff. I love them. I love reading them, but it kind of feels, feels weird to put them on the same level. Oh, also, I didn't say it, but did I need to mention I would love to see adaptations of The Silver Chair, The Horse and His Boy, The Magician's Nephew, and The Last Battle. I didn't think I did. Yeah. The Paleontology series by Kimberly Woodhouse. That would be really great. Well, book 1 would be kind of dark, but the other book that I read by her, do you have eyes on the baby? Do you have eyes on the baby? The other book that I read by her is book 1 in, like, the Canyon series, The Secrets of the Canyon, I think. I have book 2 up here behind me. That's what I'm looking around to look at all the books that I have in my TBR. Yeah. So, there's just a few examples of books that I would be interested in seeing movies of. I'd be interested in seeing movies, honestly, of most of the books that I like, just because, like I said, I like movie adaptations of my books. You know what would be really cool? A TV series of Connie Lynn Cassette's books that just kind of keeps going and flows on through, because all of her books are, like, connected. So if you start out with book 1, Counted Among the Stars, of her first series, and, like, book 2 is connected to book 1, book 3 is connected to book 2, book 1 of the next series is connected to book 3 of the first series, and then they just kind of keep cascading like that to where all of them are connected. So you can trace everything from, like, her newest book all the way back up to the first book, which is really cool. I love that. That would be great for a TV series. Another one that would be really cool, actually, is the Daughters of the Mayflower series. I've got those back behind me, I think. Here, I'll get it. I'll get it out. This series, I think this would be cool because, again, this is kind of like, it starts out with the Mayflower and it goes up through, like, the 1880s, maybe, or something. Like, it goes up through a good bit of American history. And, like, all of the characters are descendants of the couple in this book. Who came over on the Mayflower. So it goes through American history. So that would be really cool to, like, have a season focused on her, and then the next season focused on the next girl. But they're all kind of connected. So, let's see. Any other books that I can think of that I would like to see turned into movies? Honestly, I said Addie and Josefina, but I actually think Kirsten would make a pretty good movie too. Um, Very like Little House esque would be how you would have to do that, obviously. But I think she might be a more likable character in a movie than she is in the books. Potentially, I don't know how that's making sense in my head, but it is. So if that makes sense to you, yeah. All right, I think I will wrap it up there. Um, like I said, this was just kind of an off the cuff video to fill in one for today because I did not do one earlier. I didn't have any ideas. So I was like, hey, this is something I can film real fast. So, and I presented like 2 different ideas to my husband, and he voted for this one. So he got to be the deciding vote here. The other one you'll probably see at some point. What are some of your favorite books that you would like to see turned into movies? Or do you just not want to see any more books turned into movies? You're like, they are all bad. We don't need to deal with this anymore. We don't need to do this. Why do we all want to see this when they all turn out bad? Which they don't all turn out bad, but I see your point. So please make sure that you like and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.